Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could make you feel like you've stumbled upon a hidden treasure, a secret so few know about, that those who do would pay fortunes just to own it. Now, picture this, it's a small, seemingly ordinary 1976 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, it looks like the pennies you've been dropping into jars, paying for coffee, or tossing into fountains for wishes. But what if I told you that owning this specific coin could make you one of the luckiest people in the world? That this tiny piece of copper could be worth more than most people's cars, more than a month's rent, more than the rarest collectibles tucked away in the homes of the wealthiest collectors? That's exactly the story of the 1976 1-cent coin, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors across the globe and sparked bidding wars and secret auctions that most of us will never hear about. The year 1976 itself is remarkable. It was America's bicentennial, a year when the entire nation celebrated 200 years of independence. From parades to special commemorative events, the country was immersed in patriotism. And the coins minted that year were no exception. They carried with them a sense of history, a connection to the story of a nation. The 1976 1-cent coin is particularly special because it was part of a unique era when the US Mint experimented with design variations, limited mintages, and even struck special coins for collectors. While millions of pennies were produced for circulation, a few were set aside, carefully preserved, and destined to enter the world of numismatics as treasures for those who understood their true value. Collectors know that not all pennies are created equal. The 1976 1-cent coins were struck in both Philadelphia and Denver, and some even carry subtle errors or unique features that instantly elevate them from ordinary pocket change to high-stakes auction material. Imagine this, you're sorting through your old coin jar, or perhaps rummaging through a dusty drawer, and you come across a coin that looks ordinary, but something about it feels different. Maybe it's a small doubling on the date, a misalignment in the lettering, or a rare mint mark placement. In the world of coin auctions, these tiny details can ignite bidding wars, with seasoned collectors and private investors offering tens of thousands of dollars for just one perfect example. And the 1976 1-cent coin has seen such moments. Auctions, especially those that are secret or invite-only, are where the magic happens. It's in these exclusive collector auctions, the ones that aren't advertised to the public, that coins like the 1976 1-cent truly shine. The excitement in these rooms, or the tension online during virtual auctions, is palpable. A single bid can send the price skyrocketing. The anticipation builds as collectors scrutinize every angle of a coin, weighing its historical significance, its condition, and its rarity. And when the gavel finally comes down, the winning bidder walks away not just with a coin, but with a piece of history, a tangible artifact that has now appreciated beyond imagination. The 1976 1-cent coin, in particular, has been known to reach extraordinary values in these settings, with some rare examples fetching as much as $80,000 at auction. Yes, a coin you might have considered pocket change could, in the right hands, be worth a small fortune. But why does this particular coin command such attention? It's not just the age or the historical context, it's the story it tells. Every coin carries the imprint of the year it was minted, the mint that produced it, and the subtle artistic decisions of the engraver. For the 1976 penny, the design choices were meticulous, capturing the spirit of a nation celebrating its 200th birthday. And while most pennies from that year entered circulation, some were preserved, creating an elite class of coins that collectors hunt for relentlessly. Condition matters immensely in these auctions. A coin with minimal wear, perfect luster, and no scratches can exponentially increase its value. That's why collectors often pay a premium for coins that have been carefully stored, untouched, and graded by professional numismatists. Imagine the thrill of discovering one of these coins. Perhaps it's tucked away in an old album, a gift from a grandparent, or even mixed into your loose change. The mere realization that you could be holding a coin that has sparked intense bidding wars in prestigious auctions around the world is enough to make your heart race. It's the kind of discovery that has transformed ordinary people into instant millionaires in the collector community. Every time a 1976 1-cent coin appears in an auction catalog, it carries the promise of fortune, excitement, and the allure of being part of an exclusive collector's world. And the fascinating part? You don't need insider knowledge to stumble upon this treasure. History has shown that some of the most valuable coins were discovered purely by chance. A retired teacher in Ohio, a schoolchild in New York, a coin dealer sorting through a batch of decades-old currency. Anyone could be the next person to find a 1976 penny that could sell for tens of thousands of dollars. The auctions themselves amplify this thrill. Collectors and investors alike follow every sale, every secret bidding war, every high-profile collector acquisition, knowing that each coin represents a story, a legacy, and the opportunity for incredible profit. The market for these coins continues to grow. Private collectors, museum acquisitions, and international investors all contribute to the rising demand. Every auction becomes a battleground where only the most informed, determined, and lucky collectors come out on top. And while many 1976 1-cent coins remain modest in value, the rarest examples, those with perfect minting, unique errors, or limited circulation, are the ones that ignite headlines, dominate collector forums, and leave observers in awe of the staggering sums achieved at auction. It's easy to dismiss a single cent as trivial, but in the world of numismatics, perspective is everything. That tiny copper disc embodies centuries of history, meticulous craftsmanship, and the rare opportunity to hold in your hand something incredibly valuable. And if you happen to own a 1976 1-cent coin in pristine condition, you are not just a collector, you are the luckiest person in the world, holding a secret that has enthralled thousands, inspired auctions, and transformed ordinary coins into extraordinary fortunes. Imagine seeing your coin featured in a catalog for a major collector auction, watched by bidders from New York, London, Tokyo, and beyond, each eager to make it theirs. The thrill, the suspense, the anticipation, it's unlike anything else. So, as you sift through drawers, albums, or coin jars, keep in mind the hidden stories, the auctions, the secret collector communities, and the rare, perfect 1976 1-cent coins that could make you feel like the luckiest person alive. And if you ever find yourself holding one of these pennies, remember, this is more than pocket change. This is history, rarity, and fortune, all rolled into a small, unassuming coin. A coin that, in the right moment, in the right auction, could transform a life forever. Because the 1976 1-cent isn't just a penny, it's a ticket to the rarest collector dreams, and its story continues to unfold in auctions around the globe, one lucky bid at a time. And now, as we reach the end of this journey into the world of the 1976 1-cent coin, take a moment to let it sink in. Think about the possibilities, the hidden treasures that might be sitting quietly in drawers, old jars, or albums, waiting for someone like you to uncover them. Every coin has a story, but this coin, this seemingly ordinary little penny, has a story that could change a life. Just imagine holding it, feeling its weight between your fingers, knowing that collectors across the world would give their fortunes just to have it in their hands. The excitement, the tension, the thrill of auctions where the gavel falls and fortunes are made, all of it converges on this single, remarkable coin. The 1976 1-cent coin is more than copper, it is history, it is rarity, it is the magic of discovery. And it serves as a reminder that sometimes, the greatest treasures are hidden in plain sight. Those who have recognized its value have seen their names etched into auction records, their stories whispered among collectors' circles, and their fortunes transformed overnight. And you, watching this video, could be the next person to experience that rush, the exhilaration of realizing that you might be holding a coin that has sparked bidding wars, intense rivalries, and secret auctions worldwide. You could be the one to walk into a collector auction and, with a single bid, claim a piece of history that few have ever held. Remember, it's not just about money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the connection to history, and the knowledge that you are part of an exclusive world, where every coin tells a story and every auction is a stage for fortune, excitement, and prestige. The 1976 1-cent coin embodies all of this, and the lucky few who own one in pristine condition have a secret that others can only dream of. They hold in their hands a coin that has captivated collectors, inspired bidding wars, and proven time and again that even the smallest treasures can hold unimaginable value. Imagine for a moment that you're holding a coin in your hand, a small, coppery 1998 United States 1-cent coin. To most people, it's just spare change, the kind of coin you might find at the bottom of a jar or toss into a parking meter. But for collectors, for those who understand the hidden stories behind coins, this penny is something extraordinary. If you happen to own a 1998 1-cent coin in pristine condition, you could be among the luckiest people on the planet. This small coin, so easily overlooked, could be the key to a world of collectors, secret auctions, and astonishing values that few ever see firsthand. The year 1998 might seem recent in the grand scheme of US coinage, but in the world of numismatics, even coins from the late 20th century can be highly desirable. The 1998 1-cent coin features the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, a design that had been circulating since 1959. But collectors know that within these seemingly ordinary pennies, there are unique details, minting quirks, and errors that can dramatically elevate a coin's value. Some 1998 pennies, for example, exhibit subtle doubling on the date or letters, while others show minute minting errors from the Philadelphia or Denver mints that make them highly sought after in collector circles. It's in the auctions where the true magic happens. Imagine a quiet room filled with collectors, each one watching a catalog listing or online auction platform with bated breath. The 1998 1-cent coin appears, and suddenly, all eyes are on it. The bidding starts modestly, but as collectors recognize its rarity, the excitement builds. Every bid adds tension, every counteroffer ratchets up the stakes, and before long, a coin that might have seemed ordinary has become the centerpiece of a high-stakes collector auction. Some rare 1998 pennies have achieved values that would astonish anyone who thinks of them as just a penny, reaching tens of thousands of dollars in secret or high-profile auctions. Collectors look for perfection. Coins with sharp details, pristine surfaces, and perfect luster command the highest prices. Even the smallest imperfection can lower a coin's value dramatically, which is why collectors scrutinize each one with magnifying glasses, specialized tools, and years of experience. Those who have mastered the art of spotting rare variations understand that the 1998 1-cent coin holds hidden potential, a treasure that could transform an ordinary coin jar into a fortune. Auctions around the world, from New York to London to Tokyo, have seen fierce bidding on these coins, with collectors willing to pay enormous sums for the right specimen. But the allure of the 1998 penny goes beyond its monetary value. Each coin is a tangible piece of history, a snapshot of a moment in time. It connects us to the world of the late 1990s, a period of rapid technological change, cultural shifts, and nostalgia for many collectors. Every scratch, every mark, every subtle detail tells a story of circulation, of the hands it passed through, and the journey it has taken over decades. And for the rarest examples, those preserved perfectly, the story is far more dramatic. The coin becomes a coveted object, the centerpiece of bidding wars, secret collector auctions, and intense rivalry among the most passionate numismatists. Imagine discovering such a coin. Perhaps it's tucked away in an old wallet, a drawer, or an album you inherited. The thrill of realizing that this humble penny could spark bidding wars in private auctions, command attention from top collectors, and achieve astronomical values is unlike anything else. A single discovery can change everything. The lucky collector who owns one of these rare 1998 pennies finds themselves at the center of a hidden, exhilarating world, where fortune and history collide in auction rooms, both physical and virtual. Condition is paramount. Coins that have maintained their original luster, sharp details, and flawless edges can reach prices that seem impossible for a 1-cent coin. Professional grading services meticulously examine each coin, assigning grades that collectors use to determine value. High-grade 1998 pennies, especially those with rare minting variations or errors, are treated like royalty in auctions, with collectors eagerly vying to add them to their prized collections. The excitement, the tension, and the thrill of winning such a coin at auction is an experience few ever forget. Auctions themselves are the heartbeat of this collector universe. They are where coins gain fame, where histories are written, and where ordinary people can become legendary by simply holding the right coin. The 1998 1-cent coin has appeared in many such auctions, often driving intense bidding competitions. It is in these moments that a humble penny transforms into a treasure, a story, and a fortune. The anticipation, the suspense, and the competitive energy are palpable, making every auction a spectacle where knowledge, paciencia, and luck converge. Even ordinary collectors can stumble upon these treasures without realizing it. Perhaps a coin jar, long forgotten, holds a rare specimen. Maybe an inherited collection contains a perfectly preserved 1998 penny. History has shown that many of the rarest coins are discovered purely by chance. When these coins enter an auction, the bidding escalates quickly, collectors compete fiercely, and the coin's value skyrockets. What was once spare change can become a life-changing discovery. Owning a 1998 1-cent coin is more than just holding a piece of copper, it is holding history, opportunity, and exclusivity. Each coin that appears in an auction adds another layer to its legacy, a story of collectors who recognized its value and were willing to compete for it. And if you hold one in perfect condition, you are not just a collector, you are a participant in a tradition of discovery, excitement, and fortune. You could be the person to walk into an auction, witness the bids fly, and claim a coin that others have dreamed of for decades. So, the next time you find a 1998 penny in your change, don't overlook it. Examine it, treasure it, and understand its potential. Because hidden in that tiny coin could be a fortune, a story, and the thrill of participating in collector auctions where every bid counts. You could be the luckiest person in the world, holding a coin that has sparked rivalry, fascination, and admiration among collectors for decades. This is more than a coin, it's a gateway to history, value, and the ultimate collector's dream. And now, as we come to the end of this journey into the fascinating world of the 1998 1-cent coin, take a moment to imagine the possibilities. That small coin, so easily overlooked in your wallet, your coin jar, or an old album, could be the key to a story few ever get to experience. It is not just a penny, it is a connection to history, a piece of the collector's world, and a potential treasure beyond what most people can even imagine. If you are holding a rare 1998 penny in pristine condition, you could truly be the luckiest person in the world. Every time a 1998 penny appears in an auction, the room, or the virtual platform, comes alive with anticipation. Collectors from across the globe watch intently, analyzing every detail, weighing every small mark, every glint of luster, knowing that this coin could be the centerpiece of their collection. Beats start to fly, hearts race, and tension builds with every offer. The coin that seemed ordinary a moment ago now becomes a prized object, commanding tens of thousands of dollars, perhaps even more. And the lucky collector who wins? They walk away with more than a coin, they walk away with prestige, history, and the exhilaration of owning something truly extraordinary. The allure of the 1998 penny is not only in its rarity but in its story. Every scratch, every mark, every gleaming detail tells a tale of circulation, care, and survival through time. So many coins remained in perfect condition, preserved by collectors who recognized their potential. Others were discovered by accident in jars or drawers, and those discoveries have changed lives. History shows that even ordinary people, completely unaware of what they possessed, can stumble upon a coin that sparks a bidding war in secret or high-profile auctions, commanding sums they never imagined. A world. Imagine for a moment that you're holding a coin in your hand, a small, unassuming 1992 United States 1-cent coin. To most people, it's just pocket change, a coin you might find on the sidewalk or at the bottom of a drawer. But for those who understand the world of coin collecting, this coin is something extraordinary. If you happen to own a 1992 penny in pristine condition, you could very well be the luckiest person in the world. The kind of luck that collectors dream about, the kind of luck that can turn a humble coin into a piece of history worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars at auction. The year 1992 was a fascinating year for the United States, a time when culture, economy, and history intersected in subtle ways, and even coins reflected the nuances of the era. The 1992 1-cent coin is part of a series of pennies that carried the classic Lincoln Memorial design, which had been in circulation since 1959. But collectors know that within this series, certain years, mint marks, and even tiny errors can transform a coin from ordinary into a collector's gem. The 1992 penny is particularly interesting because, while millions were minted for everyday use, a small number of coins display unique characteristics that have made them highly sought after in private and public auctions worldwide. Collectors have long studied these pennies, examining them with magnifying glasses, professional grading tools, and years of experience. They look for minute details, the sharpness of the date, the alignment of letters, subtle differences in minting, that separate a common coin from a rare one. Some 1992 pennies exhibit slight doubling on the date or the inscriptions, a phenomenon that numismatists call a double da. Others have variations caused by striking errors at the Philadelphia or Denver mints, making them instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. And when these rare coins appear in auctions, the bidding can be nothing short of intense. Imagine a quiet auction room, or a virtual auction with collectors logging in from New York, London, Tokyo, and beyond. The 1992 1-cent coin appears on the catalog, and suddenly, all eyes are on it. Bidders study every image, every detail, calculating the coin's potential value, its rarity, and its condition. Then the bidding begins. What starts as a modest opening price quickly escalates as collectors compete, each knowing that this coin could become the crown jewel of their collection. And in these auctions, the stakes are high. Coins like these have been known to fetch tens of thousands of dollars, especially those in perfect condition or displaying unique errors. The thrill, the anticipation, the feeling of holding something extraordinary, this is what collectors live for. But why is the 1992 1-cent coin so fascinating? Beyond its age and design, it represents a moment in time, a snapshot of history that has been preserved in copper and zinc. Every coin tells a story, not just of the year it was minted, but of the countless hands it passed through, the places it traveled, and the collectors who recognized its potential. Owning a coin like this is like holding a secret in your hand, a secret that has been whispered in collector circles, admired in auctions, and fought over by the most passionate numismatists. For those lucky enough to possess a rare 1992 penny, the opportunities are incredible. Private collectors, auction houses, and even museum acquisitions have all competed to acquire these coins. Imagine being at a high-profile coin auction, watching as bids fly across the room, or online, each one higher than the last. The tension builds. The gavel is poised. And then, finally, the winning bid is placed. A coin that might have seemed ordinary a moment ago now holds immense value, and the collector who owns it is suddenly the center of attention, recognized for their insight, paciencia, and, of course, extraordinary luck. Even ordinary collectors can stumble upon these treasures without realizing it. Perhaps you find one in your change jar, tucked away in an old box, or passed down from a family member who didn't know its value. History has shown that some of the rarest coins are discovered purely by accident. A retiree sorting through decades of coins, a student organizing their savings, or a dealer inspecting a batch of pennies. Any of these could suddenly hold a 1992 penny that commands attention in the collector world. And when that coin appears in an auction, the drama unfolds, the bids rise, and its value skyrockets. Condition is everything in the world of coin auctions. A flawless 1992 penny, one that shows no wear, maintains its original luster, and has perfect edges, can reach values that most people would never expect from a 1-cent coin. Grading services have classified these coins with precise standards, and those that achieve the highest grades are treated like royalty in auctions. Collectors know that even the smallest imperfection can dramatically affect the price, which is why they study each coin with a meticulous eye, weighing every detail before placing their bids. Auctions, whether public, private, or secret, are the lifeblood of the collector community. They are where coins gain prestige, where rare examples are immortalized in history, and where fortunes can be made. The 1992 1-cent coin has appeared in many such auctions, often sparking bidding wars that push prices to astonishing heights. And as the coin changes hands, it carries with it the stories of the previous owners, the excitement of the bidding, and the promise of future value. For collectors, this is more than a hobby, it's a chance to participate in history, to own a tangible piece of the past, and to experience the thrill of discovery that few ever encounter. So, if you ever come across a 1992 1-cent coin, don't dismiss it as ordinary change. Examine it, appreciate it, and consider its potential. Because in the hands of the right collector, in the setting of a high-stakes auction, this coin could be worth far more than you imagine. It could be the treasure that transforms your collection, the secret that others envy, and the lucky find that makes you feel like the luckiest person in the world. Every 1992 penny has a story, but only a few will become legendary, celebrated in auctions, collector circles, and numismatic history for decades to come. And that could very well be your coin. And now, as we reach the end of this incredible journey into the world of the 1992 1-cent coin, take a moment to imagine the possibilities. Picture that small, seemingly ordinary coin in your hand, a coin that could unlock a story of history, rarity, and fortune that most people only dream about. You might think it's just pocket change, but to the right collector, to the right auction, it could be nothing short of priceless. If you happen to own one in pristine condition, you could truly be the luckiest person in the world. The kind of luck that changes lives, the kind that turns something ordinary into something extraordinary. Every time a 1992 penny appears in a collector auction, the excitement is electric. Collectors from all corners of the globe watch with anticipation as the bidding begins, each hoping to claim the coin for their collection. The gavel hovers over the auctioneer's desk, hearts race, and the tension builds with every bid. A coin that once seemed ordinary suddenly becomes the center of attention, commanding tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more. And the collector who wins? They walk away with more than just a coin, they walk away with history, prestige, and the knowledge that they hold something truly rare. The thrill of discovery is what makes coins like the 1992 penny so captivating. Perhaps it's hidden in a dusty drawer, an old jar, or passed down through generations, waiting for someone like you to find it. Imagine the moment when you realize that this humble penny has sparked fierce bidding wars and secret auctions, drawn the eyes of top collectors, and achieved values that most people would never expect from a single cent. That is the power of this coin, and that is the magic that has made it legendary in collector circles. Owning a 1992 1-cent coin is not just about monetary value, it's about the story, the connection to history, and the thrill of being part of an exclusive world where every coin has a tale to tell. Each auction adds another chapter, each collector contributes to its legacy, and each rare find fuels the excitement and competition. If you hold such a coin, you are participating in a tradition that stretches across decades, connecting you to the collectors who came before and the auctions that will continue long into the future.